Good morning, everybody. This is Crystal with Crystal's Creations Wyckoff. How are you guys all doing? So here I am outside with all of our beautiful flowers, allergies and all. Look at those beautiful hollyhocks. They're all starting to bloom. I just love them. Look at our midnight black ones right there. Oh, aren't they so pretty? So those you call midnight black hollyhocks. And I think some of them got bleached because they're turning out to be dark red. And then over here, I don't know how we got these, but they are just dark pink. I mean dark, almost like red. Those are like dark pink right here. And then we have a red one. I never had red ones. So I think they were black at one time and they got really bleached. I mean bleached, sun bleached. Sun can do that to your hollyhocks and change the colors. And look, feast your eyes upon these rows of larkspurs. Larkspurs and delphiniums are in the same family. They're cousins or brothers and sisters, whatever they are, but they're just a little bit different in foliage. But look at that, and there's another baby hollyhock down there blooming. So pretty. And we definitely don't need to water today because we got so much water over the weekend. And look, there's a morning glory in my shadow. So there's a purple morning glory. That's a Grandpa Ott. I call that a Grandpa Ott morning glory. And see, that one right there, that used to be a midnight black. I kid you not. And it got bleached to red. So I think that's how we ended up with red. And then we have, look at that. Do you see that right there? Right there? That is a mammoth sunflower. That thing will get to be about 12 feet tall. There's two of them there. That one is sprouting branches off of it. It looks like there's three of them, but there's not. There's only two. That one, there's that one in the middle where the pole is. It's got a branch coming off of it. Yeah. So we think last year, before the landscaper came to do their house, we had a squirrel who took a mammoth head off of our mammoth sunflower out back, and he buried a head under the ground. Yeah. And he also buried part of it over here in our neighbor's yard next door. So he's got mammoth sunflowers coming up. Get out of the way, Mr. Squirrel. Sorry. Didn't want Mr. Squirrel to get hit by a car. And then we have this guy, this pinky. If I stand back, you guys can see that one. Look at that. Finally, we're getting flowers to bloom. Cat, you eat Mr. Squirrel, and I'm going to get mad. Sorry. So, there is that pink hollyhock. Sorry about the noise, YouTube. I can't help it. I'm outside doing a gardening video. There's nothing I can do to block out the truck noise. There's just absolutely nothing I can do to edit that out. So there is that. And then we come over this way. So hollyhocks bloom at all angles, as you can see. Don't mean to make y'all dizzy. But there is that. Kind of the sun is in my eyes. Sorry, but oh, and then we have a purple larkspur right there. I don't know why it grew in a weird position, but it did. But it's okay. And then we have alyssum down here finally blooming. Finally. And then we have a bunch of China asters slowly making it, but I think the rain, all this rain is kind of getting to them. And I don't know. I'll have to figure out how much water they need, or they're getting too much water. I don't know. then our, you know, potted flowers are doing good. So we lost one over there, poor baby, because Mr. Squirrel got in here and buried a peanut in there and killed it. But if you look over here, okay, as long as a bird or the blue jay doesn't come over here and steal a peanut and poop on my head, our milkweeds are starting to bloom out front. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And they give off a wild fragrance too, and boy, they make my nose run like a fizz whiz. So I'm not going to stand here forever and let my nose run forever. But we grow these for the butterflies, okay, for the ladies and the monarchs and all the other butterflies. So that's who we grow them for. And now I'm going to come over here and show you the better watch where I step, because the rubber plant, he's doing really good. Or she, I can't remember what I called it. And then look, you guys, I'm so excited. Finally, for the first time in years. Look at that. My bellflowers are blooming. They're like little bulbs, but they can get mistaken for weeds, like blades of grass. They come up, they look like big blades of grass. And if we don't know what we're doing, sometimes we'll accidentally pull them. It's like, oops. Look at that. They're like star-shaped bells. Aren't those pretty? There's one right there. There's another milkweed right there. We're gonna let that go. And then down there is a creeper flower. So all this extra rain that we've been getting here in Colorado this year, we've got new flowers coming up that we never knew we had. And one of them is called the creeper. It is toxic to dogs and humans, so we cannot eat the berries, but good for birds. Birds love the berries. So we're gonna let it grow, I guess. And then we have another viola. We have a bunch of violas. I could not get those to grow. And then I accidentally spilled a seed somewhere, and look, they're making a comeback. They're growing on their own. What can I say? And then we have a 4 o'clock, I think, somewhere in there, coming up. So I'm trying to get it to come up, because 4 o'clocks grow tubular things, and hummingbirds are attracted to those. But all this rain we've had has kept the hummingbirds away, and the hummingbird moths away too, because they cannot get their nests all wet. And what in the world happened here? I don't know. Okay, we got a little mix-up here. So we had a couple cats out here the other day, and we usually put this cat all stuff in our yard, critter all, to keep certain critters out of our yard. And my daughter heard a couple cats fighting in our delphiniums, and they broke one of the blue delphiniums here at the bottom of the root. Not at the root, but at one of the root nodes, however you say it. And they just happened to break it at the perfect spot. So I clipped it down, and I'm trying to get it to take root again. I'm hoping that he'll take root. So they kind of made this blue delphinium go kittywampus. And I wish they wouldn't have fought in the delphiniums, because they made them all go cuckoo. Now, as you can see down here, I had to cut down the painted daisy because we're gonna get a second life out of it, hopefully before the end of the year. I had to cut it down to the newest growth. That is what you do. And that's what I did. It is starting to grow again, I see. So we're doing good. Yay. But yeah. So she'll come back. She'll come back. So there's the purple delphiniums. They're so tall this year. I mean, oh my gosh, so tall from all this rain we've been getting. That one especially, it's like, whew, way up there. But yeah, and then that thing, the honeysuckle's getting bigger. It's filling out at the bottom and wrapping itself around that thing. So it's getting there and blooming more flowers. So he's doing good. And this one usually blooms light pink, I think. Hollyhocks, I think. Should be. We're gonna have to spray again because it rained again. So, yeah. Now wait until you see the astilbe. It's really filling out with feathers, you guys. Look at this. Look at that. That looks really beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at those feathers on that flower. Look at all those little tiny bees, little, I don't know, green bees. They like that. They're not eating it. I think they're just collecting the little nectar off of it, but they love it. So pretty. And I see our blue bachelor button kind of flipped over. And then we got a bunch of flowers blooming back here, but I'm not gonna walk through it. You guys can just look back there. We got blue bachelor buttons. We got yellow primrose, evening primroses still. One still bloomed, opened up. They're starting to bloom. Those things along the brick of our end of our house against my craft room and my daughter's bedroom. Those are evening primroses. We have another hollyhock back there. We have larkspur that are blooming. I see another oriental poppy that bloomed. Oh. We have pot marigolds back there. We have more larkspurs, more bachelor buttons on this side that are blooming. We have other stuff. We have California poppies that are blooming back there. We have all kinds of wildflowers back there. So, and this beautiful tall hollyhock that will be blooming soon, I hope. But she's pretty tall. I mean, if you look up there, she's pretty tall. But anyways, that's the front yard gardening video. Talk to y'all later. Bye.